Easy, guys. I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time. Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
Hey, what's up, vinyl community and everybody out there in YouTube land? That's right. It is the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem coming back for another video. That's right. Been a few weeks. It is Saturday, the day before Father's Day. That's right. Father's Day is tomorrow. And I got the house to myself right now. I figured what better time to make a video. And today I'm going to talk about some records that I have picked up here over the last few months from my good buddy Doug Osbury at the one and the only Big Love Vinyl. Yes, I've talked about him many times. If you haven't checked him out, check him out online, biglovevinyl.com. Also in Oak Island, he does have a little shop. So check them out. Doug, like I said, I've talked about him many times. So I won't go into full detail, but I will leave a link and all that good stuff. This is the new shirt that just came out. Go and get your love. Your Big Love at Big Love Vinyl. But I picked up some pretty cool stuff from Doug here recently, some new and some vintage. And I'm going to get into that stuff right now. Some stuff that I've never seen before, some stuff just haven't had the chance to pick up, and stuff that he's been able to get from some of his vendors, no, we're not vendors, distributors, and stuff that he's just picked up in collections as well. So I want to get into it. First things first is this one right here. I'm a huge Billy Joel fan. Speaking of Billy Joel, they just announced that his second half of his albums are being reissued for the first time, coming out next month, which means we will finally get River of Dreams on vinyl. Been waiting so long for that. That's the one album I do not have in my collection. Originals of that were only released in like Argentina, Chile. I think there might be a Spanish pressing and also maybe a European pressing. But anyway, finding originals of that are super rare, and when you do, they're super expensive. So to get a reissue, I'm super excited about it. Cannot wait. I will definitely get that day of. Probably do a review on it just because I'm that excited about it. Anyway, but Doug had this, and I told him, Doug, I need that record, and he's like, sure. And that is The Stranger. Now, this is a very common album. Believe this is his biggest selling album. It was the one that really put him on the map as far as big album sales, big hits, big radio play. Obviously, I think all of his albums are great, but this one had, Only the Good Die Young. I believe Moving Out is on this record. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Vienna's on this record. She's Always a Woman is on this record. Yeah, so Just the Way You Are. Yeah, great record. But this, as you can tell, is a half-speed master, which, normally means that it's audiophile quality, I guess. And so I wanted to give that a whirl. It sounds good. Again, I don't have audiophile ears, so I can't really tell you if there's a huge difference between this and say a regular pressing, although I've now been told that a regular pressing is probably the way to go. Although my regular pressing was not in the best of quality, so I do consider this an upgrade because this is a good copy of this record. So I'm very happy with this pressing. I know some people will probably eat me up in the comments saying, "Oh, you should have never gotten rid of that original pressing. This half-speed master sucks." Well, I'm happy with it. So very cool to get this. I would like to get a half-speed master of An Innocent Man. That is my favorite Billy Joel record. And I've heard that the half-speed master actually is a really good pressing of that. So Doug, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find me a half-speed master of An Innocent Man. But anyway, very happy to pick this up. Doug knows I'm a huge Billy Joel fan, which also brings this next record into play. Doug showed me this one as well. He said, "Hey, check this out." Bam! This is Billy Joel Souvenir. Now, this is a white label promo record. It's even got a gold stamp on the back. Not It says for promotion only, ownership reserved by CBS, sale is unlawful. So this record has a little bit of a history because this was only given to radio stations. I believe it was given to it was like write-ins to his fans or whatever, like magazines or something like that. A couple other things. Now this album has been bootlegged. I did find that out. However, this is not a bootleg. There's a way to find. There's a way to look and see. One is the label. You can check the label, and then also um, the record itself. Uh, anyway, the research has been done. This is not one of the bootlegs. This is the real McCoy. But this is a really cool record because this was actually came out before the album The Stranger, and it was basically to promote the album The Stranger. The first half of it is live recordings of songs like The Ballad of Billy the Kid, Summer Highland Falls, New York State of Mind, and Souvenir. Now, the New York State of Mind is a really cool live recording, uh, one that you can only get from this and the Record Store Day release from like 2017. Uh, Live at Carnegie Hall, I believe, is where it was or something. Trying to remember. No, wait, Palmer Auditorium, University of Connecticut. I'm sorry. It was the taping of Billy Joel Tonight. So I do apologize. Um, but it's a very, very cool live uh, version of that song. Where he explains why he wrote the song, the kind of song he wanted. Like, Um, just really, really cool live version of the song. Very long. And then the second half are just some songs from Streetlight Serenade. We got The Entertainer. Love that song. Um, I've loved These Days from Turnstiles, Captain Jack. Gotta love Captain Jack from Piano Man, and Los Angelinos from Streetlight Serenade as well. And Say Goodbye to Hollywood also from Turnstiles. So really fun record, one that is a nice collectible if you're a Billy Joel fan. And again, I'm a huge Billy Joel fan, so to have this, very, very cool. Then also, I talked about him being able to get stuff from his distributors, and he was able to pick up some really cool stuff that I was excited about. And this one, everyone knows I'm a huge Grant Green fan when it comes to jazz guitar. This is one I didn't have, not one I see in stores very often anymore. Um, I, and I don't know if the distributor just had some backlog of this, but this is, I believe, from like 1964. This came out in 2014, but I believe it was from 1964. Um, Street of Dreams. It's got Grant Green on guitar, Bobby Hutcherson, Larry Young on organ, Elvin Jones. It's only got 4 songs on it, but it's Blue Note. Grant Green was on Blue Note for so long. So very excited. This was the 75th anniversary of Blue Note. So yeah, very excited to give this one a listen. Blue Note's been doing some great stuff, and so very, very excited to get a copy of this. Haven't cracked it open yet, because I actually just got my package from Doug today with some of these records in it. So very excited about that. This one I was also very excited about because I'm a huge Bonnie Raitt fan, and this record is one of those ones that is harder to come by. It came out in 1989. This is the 25th anniversary of this record. Great record, Grammy winner maybe. I don't even remember. But Nick of Time. This was kind of like a re-emerging for Bonnie Raitt. She had some hit singles on this. Nick of Time. You got Thing Called Love. You got Have a Heart, Too Soon to Feel. I mean, this is just a great album. I've always loved Bonnie Raitt and her guitar playing, her voice, her very soulful voice, and her just slide guitar player. Love it. Just her stuff from the 70s is great, and then her later stuff, this period, really, really great. I've only found a couple of originals of this, and normally they've just not been in great condition. But this is actually really cool. Like I said, this came out. This was the 25th anniversary. It came out in 2014. It says remastered for 180 gram vinyl from the original analog tapes for the 25th anniversary, and it says that the tapes were cut by Ron McMaster. And Ron McMaster's done a lot of stuff, so hopefully this sounds great. I've heard it sounds really good. I can't wait to listen to it, but very excited to get this in the collection finally. Like I said, huge fan of hers. They need to do her next album. I'm drawing a blank on the title of it, but they need to do her next album. That one is super rare and hard to find on vinyl, and I don't think it's ever been reissued. That's the one that has, I believe, in a thing called Love. Or no, I'm sorry. Um, that one has Let's Give Them Something to Talk About and a few of her other big hits as well. So yeah, very excited to give this one a listen tonight. So yeah, thank you, Doug. This one as well, for Music on Vinyl. Best of Blue Oyster Cult. I had this CD and played the crap out of this CD. This is a 2 LP on blue vinyl. It's numbered. I got copy 1111. No joke. That's a funny number to have, you gotta admit. But that is the copy I have. I've already listened to this. It sounds really good. Blue Oyster Cult's one of those bands that you love their hits. That you hear them on the radio, and they have a lot of albums. And I'm not a big fan of all their albums, but I'm a big fan of their hits. And this is one of those albums that it's fun to have, because you listen to every single song. And yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Cities on Flame, with rock and roll. You can't go wrong with Astronomy. You can't go wrong with Don't Fear the Reaper. You always need more cowbell. Godzilla, come on. Burning for You. And then some deeper cuts like Going Through the Motions. I love that song. Joan Crawford, love that song. In Thee, love that song too. Take Me Away is a good one. I mean, this is just, like I said, if you don't know their greatest hits album or this greatest hits album, stream it. You'll love it. These guys, to me, are a phenomenal band that have never really gotten their due, in my opinion. They should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Won't get into all that, but just a great band. Love them. Doug has hooked me up. I have been on a quest for the first 4 Black Sabbath albums, Green Labels. And, I've got the first one I picked up was Paranoid. Then I was able to pick up Volume 4 from Noble. Justin hooked me up with Self-Titled. And now Master of Reality. Now, finding a good, clean copy of a Green Label of any of these 4 albums, a perfect copy is just impossible. And when you do, they are upwards of 60 or more dollars. I mean, really, that's just the way it is. This is a VG copy. I'm not gonna lie. It looks good and it plays through. There's definitely surface noise. But it's gonna hold me over until probably Rhino Hi-Fi comes out with his next, because they've already done the first 2. And I'll get the Rhino Hi-Fi if that's what they do. I hope they do. I'd like to see them continue on with the catalog and at least do the first 4. But anyway, I'm just excited to add this to the collection. I can now say that I have the first 4 Black Sabbath albums, the best 4 Black Sabbath albums on Warner Brothers Green Labels. So very excited. And then the last one I'm going to show, I got to tell you, this may be the nicest used record I've ever owned. This is, it's a toss up between Dreamboat Annie and this, but I love this Heart record. This is Little Queen, and it's a Japanese pressing. Doug has somebody that he gets Japanese pressings from. It's got the Obi strip here. And this album, I swear, is in pristine condition. From the jacket having no corner dings anywhere, no splits, no nothing, no rips anywhere. I mean, it is pristine, to it having the insert as well, to the record being absolutely flawless as well. I've already listened to it. It is as clean as a baby's bottom. No pops, no clicks, no surface noise. Absolutely dead quiet. I swear it's like this record was just opened and put away. I've never seen anything like it. For a record that is 50 years old next year, I mean, just, well, hello. I had a visitor. But no, I cannot believe the shape this thing is in. I'm baffled by that. Um, I've never had it. But anyway, this album, their third album, has of course their massive hit Barracuda. Great song. Has one of my absolute favorite songs by Heart, uh, Love Alive. It's got Little Queen on it, of course. But you could really hear their Led Zeppelin influence on this record, especially Led Zeppelin 3, where Led Zeppelin did a lot more acoustic sounding stuff, where they added more mandolin and string instrument stuff, a little more folksy, you could say, and you can see that with the cover as well. You know, they're looking medieval and Renaissancey, which of course Led Zeppelin very known for that type of thing as well. And I mean, Ann and Nancy have always said that Led Zeppelin was probably their biggest influence, especially Ann with her vocals, and just, you know, they loved Led Zeppelin, their favorite band. And like I said, you see that influence in this album. You hear it in this album. And I think it's one of the reasons why I love it so much as well. So super excited to pick this album up. I've been debating on whether or not I want to order the Dreamboat Annie Mobile Fidelity, because I don't really like 45 RPM. So I'll wait for the reviews to come out. I'm sure David Bianco will probably end up with one and uh, do a comparison. Just knowing him. So I'll probably wait for that and then decide whether or not I want to get one. Uh, but I'm just waiting, because those are my two favorites. And then their 80s stuff too I like, but not like this. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Guys, check out Big Love Vinyl. Go to their website. Fridays they drop a new release video on YouTube, on their Facebook page. Doug does a video showing new releases of used records. So check that out. He's always buying collections, so there's always new stuff, some interesting stuff, some rare stuff. So definitely support Doug, and I've been doing it for years. Doug's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave me that old thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below as well. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. Let me know if if you like any of these records, what your opinions are, all that good stuff. And until next time, I will see you on down the road. Bye.